The heartbeat of competition, the drama of the moment. This is NASCAR on McBlam Racing.
It's the last race of the regular season, and the future stars of NASCAR are steeled and ready, some with the intent to further secure their position, while others know that this is their last chance to make the first round of the Xfinity Series postseason. To do that, drivers will have to try their luck at Vegas, a place where some would say breaking even would be a good day. But if you want to be the best here, you have to be willing to go all in. It's the running of the Rhino Pro Truck Outfitters 300 here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, and you're watching NASCAR on McBlam Racing. Alright, the field is set for NASCAR Xfinity Series racing here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Austin Cindric had to change his engine after qualifying. He's going to be starting in the back. Not looking good for that 22 car to finish out the regular season, as we're starting P17 on the inside lane, but it's going to be Justin Allgaier and Tyler Reddick who will lead the future stars of NASCAR to the line. Green flag is in the air. It's time to settle the regular series championship. First lap is complete, as I believe Chase Briscoe just took over the race lead as we're kind of marching through the field here. Oh, we got really tight going into turn one. Here comes Chad Fincham making it 3 wide off turn number 2. Fincham making a move on Earnhardt. Earnhardt has none of it. He'll fight back on the outside. We're really struggling with a tight condition here and didn't really have this issue in practice. We're really tight going in as we get a big bump from Ryan Sieg. Zane Smith also went by us. We fall back to our qualifying position. And I cannot get this car to turn on entry. It is really tight going in. Loose off the corner. I guess that did not have this problem in practice. Oh boy. Got in the wake of Zane Smith there, and that's not necessarily his fault. I was just in his wake. The air pushed me up into the wall. So we got a little bit of damage on the race car now, but we're kind of stuck on this high lane. Oh my gosh. Oh, keep it off the wall. Tommy Joe Martin's got up into us. More my fault than it was his, because I didn't really go to the didn't really go as high as I probably could have. Oh man, yeah, we're kind of stuck in this log jam here as we're going to go 3 wide to the inside of Martins and Zane Smith. Yeah, we are just we're really tight on entry, and I can't drive it in as hard as these guys can. So we're just going to have to start backing up turns 1 and turn 3. Because I really can't, like I said, I cannot get the nose pointed like I did in practice, which makes me wonder if I may have the car's drive. I mean, the tires are acting like the car's loose. It's really not. I mean, it's loose off the corner, but not necessarily going in. Like I'm pushing a lot.
Really tight.
And this is the same setup that I use in the trucks. Just some minor tweaks, but this is pretty much the same setup. And the trucks are always loose here at Vegas, so it's kind of surprising that I'm running so tight here. Which makes me wonder, I mean, did I lose the setup? I haven't really experienced anything like that in this game before. Usually that's something that's relegated to the old EA game, especially Thunder 03, as we get to the inside of BJ McLeod. Yeah, I cannot drive it in. Like, we drove it in equally as hard there, but I just shoot up the racetrack when I do that, so I don't know. But stage 1 ends early. We finished the stage in P12. Looks like this is probably going to be much of a tall order. Now let's check it out. Looks like Michael Annett out of nowhere. Annett the Threat finishes P1 in the stage. Justin Allgaier in second. Third is Jeremy Clements. Tyler Reddick falls back to fourth, and Noah Gragson round out the top 5. We got Briscoe, Bell, Ray Black Jr., Greg Aldring, and Jeffrey Earnhardt in that 18 car. He rounds out the top 10 for the stage. We didn't lose any positions, didn't gain any. Ryan Sieg gained a spot. And here we go. Michael Annett will lead him to the line. Green flag is in the air. Stage 2 is underway. And I have been... my suspicions were confirmed. This is a night race. I was wondering if it was or not. I wasn't 100% sure. Here comes Ryan Sieg with a big head of steam on the inside. We just got nowhere to go here. Stuck behind the 18 of... I almost said Dale Earnhardt with Jeffrey Earnhardt. Yeah. Oh, boy. Oh, got into the freer of Earnhardt. He saves it. Oh, that almost was disastrous. That almost was disastrous there. Yeah. Backed up the corner a bit more there. So realistically, we're just going to have to wait until the tire wear starts to play effect for these guys. Yeah, this looks like it might be a tall order. We got to finish in the top 3 on the podium. But this might be a tall order. I'm struggling here, man. I am struggling here, but look at Michael Annett. Earnhardt really looking. He gets into us. Really looking to try to break his way back into the top 10 as we get to the inside of Ray Black Jr. Earnhardt once again. Another bump from Earnhardt. That actually gets us a bit out of shape. He's certainly driving like his old man now. He's definitely driving like his old man. That was the second tap that he gave to me, which I guess I kind of have it coming, given that... Oh, there he goes. The inside. Now he puts a door to us as he gets by us on the inside there, coming off turn number 2. I guess I kind of had that coming, given what happened off of turn number 4. Almost turned him. So he's probably not too happy with me. And that was shown by his actions now. Annett pretty much dominating stage number 1. Stage number 2. We got 7 laps to go here. And like I said, we are struggling, man. Again, it's one of those situations like that. That was a little bit more of what I'm used to feeling. Where the car is just a little bit squirrely off of turn 2. That's what I'm used to feeling. That manageable loose, kind of like productively loose is what I would say. Where it's loose, but it's fast. But I'm actually kind of struggling with a little bit of a tight sensation for most of this race. I felt tight. Like, just can't get the nose pointed. And even though, like, my tire wear will say otherwise. Oh, I tried to make it 3 wide. Look at Ryan Sieg, who saves it in the center of the corner. And actually, I thought he was going to go down into the 07 of Ray Black Jr., but he manages to keep it off of him. Absolute talent right there. Yeah, I was going to try to make it 3 wide. I probably shouldn't have tried to make that move. That was a little bit... That's a little way too aggressive, even for me, so... Yeah, it looks like we're actually going to be breaking up into the top 10 finally. So try to get around Earnhardt. A little bit cleaner this time around. Back up turn number 1. There we go. Up into the top 10. Now going to be working on Chad Fincham. You see the right rear currently sitting at 60%, now at 59, dropping. It's starting to feel a little bit better. It's definitely starting to feel better, but I'm still feeling tight. I'm feeling the opposite of what the car is telling me that it's doing. Because like even in these corners, like I'm still feeling like the car wants to plow. I'm having to kind of lay off. And here's the thing, I sort of expected this. I've seen a few people struggle with this last hot seat race. So I was kind of expecting it. Like, I think like they found another setting for the AI for this particular hot seat. Ooh, I drew it in way deep there. Do manage to get around Greg Gaulding. Now I'm going to start working on Chase Briscoe, who did lead a lap, but now he's back here in 7th. But yeah, it's like they found another few ticks in the difficulty and made this one harder, because otherwise I feel like we'd be out there dominating this race. Here we go. Final lap in stage number 2. Michael Annett has just had no competition. Oh, but he's getting some right now. There goes Tyler Reddick to the lead. Not quite. They're still side by side. We're going to get to the inside of Christopher Bell. Reddick down on the bottom of the racetrack. Can Annett hold him off? Tyler Reddick, they're battling side by side. Who's going to get the stage win? It's going to be Michael Annett, I believe, got that stage win. He's going to be followed by Tyler Reddick. Jeremy Clements in 3rd, Noah Gregson, Justin Allgaier round out the top 5. We finished 6th. Christopher Bell, Chase Briscoe, Greg Gaulding, Jeffrey Earnhardt will round out the top 10. And we are really struggling on that right rear, and I'm not sure why. Again, not sure why that's the case. But we're gonna come down pit road, take a little bit of wedge out despite what the car is telling us, and I'm hoping this will be the right move. I'm really hoping this will be the right move, because if it's not, it's going to be absolute struggle bus to the end of this race. But here we go. Annett will lead these future stars to the line. Green flag is in the air for the 3rd and final stage. Pretty much a dead heat on the start there. Oh, but Tyler was really slow in turn number 1 there. I thought I could tuck in behind Justin Allgaier, because he appeared to be faster, and then he slowed up and I got into his right rear. Didn't want to turn him, so I moved up the racetrack, got out of the gas just a little bit, and that kind of cost us quite a few positions here. We're still stuck on the outside. I'm going to try to make this work as much as I can, even though I know that it won't. Here comes Earnhardt. Let's try to side draft him, bring him back to us, but it didn't really work out a whole lot. Here comes Ray Black Jr. now wanting the challenge. So we've gone from 6th to 10th, lost 4 positions on that start there. Probably wouldn't have lost as many positions if I could have tucked in behind Allgaier. But, oh, wait. Is Allgaier going for the lead? Yes, he is! Now he decides to speed up. Justin Allgaier takes over the race lead. Oh, but he's being challenged. He's being challenged. He's not getting far away from the pack here, as we're trying desperately to work on Greg Gaulding. Best lap ever, our spotter says. And here comes Chase Briscoe. Nothing I can do there, especially when they exit flat like that. Again, Nothing I could do. I just gotta take it, you know, and be patient for the time being. And this is why it gets frustrating. That's why it gets frustrating. That's exactly why it gets frustrating, because he pulls up in front of us, takes the air off our nose, and we push up the racetrack. Now we're back to 14th. Yeah, not too happy about that. Not too happy about that at all, as Tyler Reddick is taken back over the race lead. Now looking to the inside of BJ McLeod, almost at Ross Chastain. Ross Chastain is there, but he's behind us. Flex Seal cars always kind of running together here. But, yeah, I'm none too happy about that. None too happy about that. That's gonna... I'm not trying to make enemies right now. I'm not trying to make enemies right now, but it's more of an issue with the game in and of itself, where, like, obviously that's not supposed to happen. That's not supposed to happen. That's not how, like, you know, car physics works. You can't, they don't just find an extra gear when you leave a little bit of the bottom open. That doesn't happen. You know, they don't just find 9th gear and just kick it in there and all of a sudden, wow, just zoom right on by you. That doesn't happen in real life. So, like, it is a frustrating thing that just... It's just one of the things that happens with the game. But then when they actually do pull the pass off, they pull up in front of you and slow down. And if it's in a bad spot, like, you know, like on certain tracks, it's fine. Like, you could just kind of breathe the throttle a little bit and give it to them. But on certain tracks, like, you know, here at Vegas, it's not okay. Just because of that, you know, like, they take the air off your nose and then you push. You know, you're one, trying to avoid them, but also, like, they're running that middle line like Chad Fincham is doing right here. And then you just push. There's nothing you can really do except get out of the throttle and hope that you don't hit the wall. And oh, Chad Fincham almost lost it in turn number 1. A lot of guys struggling. I mean, we did make a little bit of contact, but I think that's another issue. A lot of issues showing up in this particular track. But yeah, you get into them and then 3 seconds later they wreck. But we didn't even touch that hard. But, like, we just kind of little bit of contact, probably just a slight rub. But then again, maybe he was wrecking on his own. The AI they do wreck on their own from time to time, so maybe that was just all him, and it had nothing to do with me. You know, kind of like that truck series, Kentucky. Kind of like Kentucky, where a lot of guys are wrecking on their own, spinning out on their own. Stuart Friesen, one of the main ones. Stuart Friesen. Yeah, who was it? It was Stuart Friesen and Christian Eckes that both kind of like lost it in turn number 3. We're having a big old battle with Greg Galding here. All right, we managed to take that spot away from him. Michael Annett, once again, leading this race. So whoever's going to win this race is going to have to beat that one car. That one car, you know, Michael Annett has the car to beat right now. There's Chase Briscoe. Again, not entirely happy with him, but at the same time, it's more the game than it is the AI driver. I'll put it that way. And there it is. I was wondering when that caution would come out. Ooh, but we still got a lot of laps to go. Yeah, we can't not take 4 tires here. We gotta take the whole shebang.
Yeah, we gotta do it.
Yeah, we've gotta do it. It's unfortunate, and we might lose a few spots.
Yeah, we had
because you know, like the tightness earlier on in the run We just don't have that short run car. Like I said, but here we go. Tyler Reddick looks like he gained on the pit stops there. He's going to lead us into turn number 1. We had a really good jump there. Ooh, a really, really good jump. Here we go to the inside of Jeremy Clements, inside of Earnhardt. Did some of these guys not take tires? Oh, man. Here comes Chase Briscoe. And yeah, there's that early on race tightness. Ooh. Got a tap from behind from Greg Galding, who dive bombed everybody to get into, looks to be P9. It's worth fighting with Jeremy Clements, door banging into turns number 1 and 2. Still fighting side by side. He is not giving up that spot easily. Almost pushed up there. Almost pushed up there. Had a little tap from the 08 Greg Galding. Yeah, I'm doing everything I can, man. We got 9 laps to go. I am doing everything I can to try to, my gosh, Clements, pick a race line. Pick a race line. You can't do that, man. You can't do that. Here we go. Yeah, see, I gotta lay off a whole lot more than that. Clements, what are you doing, buddy? What are you doing, baby? Jeremy Clements, 51 is all over the place in front of me. I'm kind of scared to try to get around him, but here we go. Okay, looks like he held a line a whole lot better this time around. And look at Michael Annett getting swallowed up in the middle. Tyler Reddick is now leading this race. Michael Annett, who was dominant all race long, is in some trouble here. Now under fire by the 18 of Jeffrey Earnhardt. We tried to get around Jeremy Clements. I didn't want to get up into him, so I had to kind of lift. And, yeah, I had to get on the brakes there. I overdrove it that time. That was my fault. And here comes the 9, who tried to look to the inside. We had to put a block on there. Now Greg Galding charging on the outside. Looks like we're going to clear him, but we're not going to be able to do anything with the 9. Yeah, not going to be able to do anything with that 9 car. Yeah, we just don't have it, man. We just don't have it. The car is just too tight. I loosened it up, but it's just too tight, man. I cannot compete with these guys. I mean, it's a good race. Don't get me wrong. It's a good race. It's a good challenge. But it's just, the car just doesn't handle like it's supposed to. I'll even say this: the 4-star and the 3-star handle better than this one right now, in terms of like being able to navigate these corners. They handle better than this car right now. This car is just ridiculously tight. We're having a good old battle with Noah Gragson. Tyler Reddick is just pulling away. Michael Annett's working his way back up there. He's back up into P4 right now. He's going to challenge Justin Allgaier for P3. 4 laps to go in this. Oh, boy. A caution is out. This is going to change everything. This is going to change everything. What is going to happen on this final restart? So the tires are now... The tires are broken in. Do we have enough to maybe pull off some cheeky overtime? Some cheeky restart moves here. Here we go. Green flag is back in the air. Here we go. 2 laps to go. Oh, not a good start for Noah Gragson. Here we go. Restart gear engaged. Inside. Up into P6. Looking to the inside of Michael Annett. Inside of Christopher Bell. Big moves on the start there. Going to look to the inside of Justin Allgaier. 3 wide and turn 2 for second place. Here we go! And we clear him! White flag in the air, 1 to go. Do we have anything for Tyler Reddick? Into turn 1 for the final time. Tyler Reddick running 1 lane up. We're running the very bottom of the racetrack. Trying to do everything we can to catch him. Drafting him down the back straightaway for the final time. Into turn number 3. Tyler Reddick running on the ice on the high side. We're running the bottom. Who's going to make it to the line? Here we go. Side by side to the stripe. Tyler Reddick gets the run on the high side. He'll hang on and win here at Las Vegas. My gosh. What a restart. What a restart. Alright guys, so here are the race results for the Rhino Pro Truck Outfitters 300 here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. The last race before the chase, Tyler Reddick gets him another one. It was it was not without its challenge. I can tell you that. We somehow pulled off an unbelievable run to get to the second spot. Almost had him. Almost had him. One more lap, might have been able to do something with him. Justin Allgaier comes in third. Fourth is Austin Cindric in the 22, rounding out the top 5. And Stage 1 and Stage 2 winner, Michael Annett. We have Christopher Bell in 6th. 7th is Jeremy Clements. 8th is Noah Gragson. 9th is Jeffrey Earnhardt. And rounding out the top 10 is the 98 of Chase Briscoe. And here's the rest of the field where you can pick out your favorite Xfinity Series driver, at least from 2019. I saw the 8 finish pretty well. Zane Smith finished pretty well up there. Let's see, Garrett Smithley back in 26, which makes sense. Mike Harmon, the Harmonator, in 32nd. And we had Cesar Baccarella fall out of the race, 16 laps down. So he was the cause of not the last stage caution, but the first stage caution that occurred stage caution, race caution. This first caution that occurred in stage 3 was obviously Cesar Baccarella. Brandon Brown was the cause of the caution that I believe ended stage number 2, if I remember correctly. It's a long race. long race. Morgan Shepherd in 29th. Oh, that's not bad for Morgan Shepherd. 29th place, top 30 for Morgan Shepherd. And there's somebody else that I wanted to check on. Hunter Nemechek was finished in 15th. So I don't normally do this here. I usually do this at the actual point screen, but I'm not sure what's going to show up on the points screen when I leave the track. But just wanted to point out that Tyler Reddick got his 5th win of the season. That boy has been on a tear. He has been on a tear. Christopher Bell is still in the points lead. So Christopher Bell is your regular season champion. Tyler Reddick is in 2nd. Chase Briscoe, Noah Gragson, Cole Custer round out the top 5. So he's still up there, which is good. I hate that he had to miss this. Race and got Michael Annett, Allgaier, Austin Cindric, John Hunter Nemechek, and Greg Galding round out the top 10. We are all the way back here in 38th. Okay, not last, but ironically not far off of your full-time racers. Not too far away from Josh Bilicki, but I've had really good finishes here in the Xfinity Series. Zane Smith is another one, but he's only part-time. Again, we're far away, but not that far away for somebody like, Josh Bilicki. It just shows how many points that he gains. Austin Hill's not doing too well in this particular series, despite him being really good in the truck series. And so I wanted to show you this before we got to the point screen, because I don't know what's going to show up there. I don't know if the champion is going to show up there or whatever have you, or if I even be able to access it anymore. But we'll see. All right, so here are your spoilerific point standings after the race at Vegas. As you see here,
It doesn't show what the point standings are, but the playoffs have occurred, and yes, they have gone all the way through. So I actually do know who the Xfinity Series champion is, but I'm not going to spoil it just now. I just wanted to make sure that I showed you what the standings were at that, like I said, at the track before we got here, because I felt like we were going to be spoilers. But Tyler Reddick, Cole Custer does advance to the next round. Okay, I don't feel so bad about replacing him now, because I was actually pretty worried that something would actually happen. So Tyler Reddick, Cole Custer, Justin Allgaier win in this particular. They win in this particular round, the first round of the playoffs, so they all advance. And then you have Christopher Bell, Chase Briscoe, Noah Gragson, Michael Annett, Austin Cindric out after the round of 12 is John Hunter Nemechek, Jeffrey Earnhardt, Justin Haley. John's probably happy about that. And then Gray Galding. So they got eliminated in the first round. And like I said, these guys advance to the round of 8. So when we start getting close to the round of 6, I'll go ahead and show you what the round of 8, how the round of 8 wound up I guess finishing out or whatever. I'll show you what that looks like. We'll toggle the series, and we are in the round of 8 in the truck, so we just have to go ahead and go through Bristol right now, even though Bristol already happened in the past before this race came out. And the next race that came, actually we've already done 2 truck races before this video comes out, and then the next race is going to be the trucks at Vegas. So it's confusing. it's really confusing. But anyway, that was a good race. That was legitimately a good race. It did get frustrating at times, just because of, you always have that thing that you got to deal with. You always got to deal with the AI just wrapping it around the bottom there, and as soon as you slide up, they just grab another gear and they're taken off underneath of you, and you got to play this block game forever. And it's just like, why? This is not how real race cars work. But at the end, we stole that top 3. We absolutely stole that top 3. Now, granted, if it had gone green the entire way, we either get the top 3 or we win. But that final the restart where everyone came down pit road, took 4 tires, I didn't feel like there was any way that we could possibly catch up and finish in the top 3. I was like, okay, I guess top 10 is going to be where it's at. And this will be the first one that we failed. But the second that the caution came out, I don't even know what it was for. No one was out of the race or anything, so I guess someone just kind of looped it around or something like that. But the second that caution came out, I was like, man, these guys are sitting ducks, and they were. The 5-star, even though I feel like this 5-star was slower than normal 5-star cars are. This one seemed slower. This one seemed more like a 4. To be perfectly honest, this one seemed more like it had the pace of a 4-star. I expected to not necessarily be leading, but at least be up in the top 5 consistently. But it was a struggle just to get out of get up into the top 10. So it is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, once that second caution came out, which I did not expect to happen, once that came out, I was like, oh, these guys are sitting ducks. And I tried to get up there to the front. Trust me, I tried to take that away from Tyler Reddick. But he just had a better run off the top side. The bottom is the way to go around here at Vegas. The bottom is the way to go. I've tried the top. Trust me, I tried it for the first part of that whole race. I tried to make that top side work, and I just couldn't do it. Which is ironic, because I try on the top side, can't really make it work. John, actually, my buddy John, runs the same setup. Well, similar setup anyway, and he makes the top side work. I don't know how he does it, but he does. He just slings it around the top here at Vegas. And Kansas, yes, we definitely can do that. But he could just sling it around the top here at Vegas and make it work. And I'm like, I don't know how you do it, but I sure can't. It just pushes. Like when I try to do it, it's just push. I'll have that wheel crank to the left, and it will not. I try to get back on the gas and go straight, and I'm like, I can't do that, man. I can't do it. But yeah, totally stole that top 3, which means we accomplished all of our hot seat goals. I don't know anyone that's actually done that. Like being perfectly honest, I don't know anyone that's actually done it. Well, I should say that like you're just running on the higher, like the ledge of difficulty. I don't know anyone that's actually done it. So we totally stole one there. We totally stole one, which I'm not even mad about. I'm not even mad about. And I'm actually kind of happy we didn't win. I know I was kind of talking smack before in the previous race that I was like, oh, good luck. I'm in a 5-star, so good luck. Yeah, luck wasn't necessarily on my side this time around, or until like the very, very end. But I'm kind of glad we didn't win it because I feel like that may have complicated things. Like, hey, it says like, oh, you needed a win and you needed to do this, but I'm assuming like you have to like have at least raced in a numerous amount of races to be able to, it would just been weird. It would have just been weird, but a heck of a run. We gave Tyler Reddick one heck of a challenge. That is going to be the last hot seat in Xfinity. Like I said, that's the last one. No more Xfinity Series races up until next year when we actually move on to the Xfinity Series. Regardless of what happens here in the Truck Series, we're moving on to the Xfinity Series. So we got plenty of offers that we got to look at and, take a look at our future plans and all that kind of stuff. But this is going to be the last at least broadcasted version of the Truck Series. I don't know if I might still do the Truck Series off camera, but I don't think, I'm definitely not going to do the Truck Series here on the channel anymore. We'll just, at the very least, it'll happen off camera. But yeah, last one, and now we've got our own playoff series I hate saying it, I know, but we have our own playoff series to be concerned with right now. We've got the round of 8, which is going to consist of Bristol, Canadian Tire, and Las Vegas. We have a real good shot at Bristol. Canadian Tire, I'm just hoping we can finish with at least a top 10 there. I think we finished with a top 10 last year on a 3-star, so should be able to at least do something with that at Canadian Tire. And then Vegas is roll of the dice. It's a roll of the dice, man. So I'm looking forward to it. But until next time, guys, we'll see you next week at Vegas. Like I said, I know Bristol's showing up there. Just ignore that. We will see you next week in the Truck Series at Vegas. Thank you guys for tuning into the NASCAR Xfinity Series. And be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the Truck Series championship run that we are trying to continue here. So be sure to subscribe, click the notification bell so you don't miss an upload. Leave a like on the video. Comment down below #almost. #almost. It was close because it was close. It was really close. And anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next week right here at Vegas.